right, this is Stock Market Tips, Secrets to Success by David Diaz. If you'd like to find out more information about me, just visit www.ceodaviddiaz.com. We have some cool stuff in there available as well. Check us out. So in this episode, we're going to check on two different brokerages that I utilize as well as TD Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade. By the way, TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is on the verge of conversion towards Charles Schwab. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I know it was announced several months ago. But let's keep moving. So let's look at our first software. Now that we saw Thinkorswim, and you are aware that Thinkorswim has a lot of gadgets and a lot of buttons and a lot of choices to make. So this one is trickled down. This one that we're going to look at, it's called Webull. Webull is a simpler version of TD Ameritrade, and here it is. So we're looking at a version where it doesn't show my account information for security reasons. I'm not going to show you that. So this is what you will get in this program. So you can see here, it just has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons. That's it, 9 buttons. And then it comes across, it has other buttons here and so on as you look down. So this is just one of the screens when you open up watch list. Now, the good thing about this one is it's given. I mean, it's very simple. It's not as complex. And I'll try and tell you the differences between this one and Thinkorswim as well. So number one is watch lists. Watch lists, you see it says at the start, it says watch list. So these are my positions right now. These are some of the stocks I'm holding right now. I'm down in at least one of the stocks. I don't know about the other one, but just so you're aware, although you don't really need to know that information. These are some of the stocks that I'm watching, or I believe this is formulated by the actual Webull software. So these are the ones that I recommend for you to be aware of anyhow. The ICSIC, which is a NASDAQ, Dow Jones, the DIA, which is a SPDR, the SPDR as well. This is the ETF. This is the Dow Jones Industrial DIA. QQQ, Invesco, QQQ, and Direxion. So there's more. You can see there's 10 here listed. Apple, which I'm watching, I'm hoping it goes down to 116, and it's still at 121. So might pick up a couple of shares. I know that in the next 2 to 3 weeks, that should go boom up to at least the 160s or so. Come on, Apple. We have here ETC. I believe that's Ethereum. And yep. Bitfinex. Yep, that's Ethereum. So XRP as well is also crypto. These two are crypto. So they come up in this software. Preferred. So these are the ones that I prefer to watch, and I can change them. I can add a symbol just by clicking here. I can add, let's say, Macy's. If you hear me mention some of these stocks, it's just because our family likes these stocks. So don't think that I'm particular, but you go according to your taste and according to what your parameters are on research. These are the biotechs here. Some of them, I believe I have a good list of biotechs. If I ever wanted to, this is where I started out a few years back, and I developed from there and branched out to the other areas. If you wanted to build another watch list, you can edit watch lists, and then their lists, grid, simulated holdings, and so on. So here you can see more information, and you can go back. So that way you can see the actual positions and orders and so on. Corporate actions. So are there any corporate actions on any of these stocks? Let's see. Let's just open up the regular watch list. So let's see on SPY. So we just open up SPY, and there's the news. All right. Then if you want to see the performance, the 1 month performance, so you can see that it's gone up since its inception, 1,376%. And in the last month, 2.7% up, which is, I believe that is 6, 12, 18, almost what, 6, 3, 6, 9, $12, 12, let me see, $120, I believe that's what it's gone up in the last month. So don't think that these numbers are small. Obviously, you have to invest a little bit more just to get one share, but then there they are. This is for options. I don't do options yet. I will be probably someday soon. And then this is the news that how it reacts to the different stocks in the market and so on. You can see as I'm clicking each one, the news changes accordingly. And Apple Live Markets All Access Pass to the $1 trillion club. I would love to be in that now, but I'll get there someday. Well, so this is how you get your watch list, and if you're interested in getting more information on this, we can look into how to add to your watch list. Hold down one second. Let me just click this back. So if you wanted to add a watch list, I believe it's add. Okay, so you add a watch list right here, and then you can say it's my watch list, and then it's in USD currency, right? Once it's there, then you go in here. Now it's added. Now you add whatever symbols you want. So since the last software we were looking at ZERS, let's just put it in there. Let's also add, I believe it was CSCW. I believe that's what it was. And let me just add one more. So we'll add HOVF. HOFV. Believe, yep, there it is, Hall of Fame. So there's 3 stocks added. And I can set up alerts. This is what's at the top. I can move. I can delete. So there's this pretty simple. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. And then we go into this one, which is stocks. So this is where you can see the stocks, the recently sought stocks that I was seeing. So it shows them here. It shows that ZERS has gone down from 790 to 433. It might be a good time to dip buy, but I'm not looking at the stock and I don't know much more information. Let's just see the last 6 months how it's done. So, yep. So that was the high at 11 up here, and then it dropped. Now, it shows you the volume down here. However, can you really see the volume? Does it really tell you a lot of information? So it's not as easy to see unless you look at the top left, right in this area. You see it says volume. That's where it shows you the volume. This shows you the close, the low, the high, the open of those candles of each one. So it gives you pretty much a good information. It also tells you the VWAP, which is good for you to look up and see what it means and see how you can utilize it for your favor. And if I wanted to zoom in, I could do the 1 day. And now you can see it much clearer picture of the stock. So down here, if you go down, it should be able to give you the news, the financials on the company, the analysis, is a buy rating. That's pretty good. Press releases. So this is very important because as in other software, you'd have to go into BAMSEC or SEC, but here it comes up. Here it comes up, and you don't have to invest in these other softwares that you have to pay for to get this information. However, it doesn't send you an alert when information comes out. So that is the difference, is getting an alert. Corporate actions, dividends, splits, insider activity. So it shows you that they purchased on June 29, 2020, and so on. So these are probably the new officers that came in at that time. Options. So it shows you some options, and then brief. So that's the information on the company. Pretty similar to Thinkorswim. It's just that it is in a format that might be easier or different for different people. So this might work for someone as the other one might work for someone else. Obviously, the more complete program is Thinkorswim. However, I would not discredit Webull from having uh, its own opportunity in investing in reference to making it simpler for you to be able to follow things. So here's If I wanted to see the chart in a 2 minute, in a 5 minute, 10 minute, and so on. So it paints a picture. It's not as clear and functional as the other one was, but this does give you a great idea. Now we are in the markets around the world, the United States, Hong Kong, global cryptos. So this gives you an idea of where the market is headed. And as you click these, it shows you that they're all on a downtrend. We're expecting this to go back up, and it should. It will. It always does. It's just that it takes time and patience. So that's it. Here's news on Hong Kong. These are the global markets. It could tell you how they're doing just on a quick basis. Unless you're trading forex or in other currencies, you're not going to be able to get much more information. And this is crypto. These are the top 16 cryptos. I don't think you can trade all of these, but these are in Bitfinex and these are in CCC. I don't know what exchange they are or how they're traded or anything like that. However, um, they are available here. So that is the markets. Now this is the screener. This is where you can search for stocks. Give me a moment here. So if you wanted to search for stocks, you can go in here, what exchange you want. If you want them all, let's say you just want the NASDAQ, just as an example. And if you want a specific sector, let's say you want uh, applied resources, and you want it so that it's either 0.53 billion market cap to 5 billion market cap. So that's the only stock that comes up. I guess you have to have a broader range to see what. There you go. You get 5 stocks. So if you want more, then you can just click to the right if you want. I mean, there's plenty to choose from. Then technical indicator, if you want any of these indicators on any of these stocks, the MACD, do I really know what all of these are? Not really. Not really. I don't know. I haven't seen a need for them to be set up. These are my own screeners, the ones that I've created. You can create your own. It says create a watch list if you'd like. And as I created these, now I can search automatically for stocks. There we go. Biotechs, 0.5 billion or below. There we go. And so on. So you get a different. So here, these are the small caps, high dividend yield. Whoops, high market value. And what catches my eye is Berkshire Hathaway's up 380,000. I believe I saw it 220,000 the other day. So that's a huge gap up. It's up $3,442, and that's only 0.91%, not even 1%. That's amazing. That's amazing. So this with the screeners here, it's very good, very useful. I I like to use it. I think it's very useful for anyone who wants to be able to trade and who's looking for information on how to make a trade should be able to use this. Now, there's other information that's available down here on, this is my IRA version. So if I put in the other one, then you'd be able to see my account. I don't want to do that. I don't suggest you do that either. It's best to keep your account private. So if you are in screener, all of a sudden it'll tell you here the pre-market movers, the after hour movers, the last 5 minutes, which ones are moving, and so on. It gives you a few options. Very cool to look at. I believe that you will gain plenty of information from the actual software that is useful. Now, trading, if you want to trade, now you can see here, you can put the symbol here that you want to trade. Let's say you want to trade Apple. Right now, once it comes up, then you go to trade. Whoops, I clicked the wrong one. Apple. There we go. AAPL. So there you'll see all the information behind Apple. You can buy, sell. You can see the chart of Apple. So this was the lowest it was today, which I should have jumped in, but I allowed it to go up on me. I believe it's going to go down a little bit more. So you can buy or sell 500 shares. If you sell, I don't know if it's going to allow you to do that. Let me just, I'm not going to enter because I don't have any money in this account, but you can attempt to do it. but a buy is what normally put limit price. So right now it's at 121. You could set it to 122 if you'd like. And then good till canceled or day. Good till canceled is always much better. An extended day, yes. Is there a stop price, a limit price? I don't think you need to do that, but you can if you want to. Down here, it shows you how much money you have available, and you can see it's 0, 0. That's why I'd say in my IRA, it's not set up, so I don't have any availability with all that information. Here's another chart. You can set this up as much as you want. You can see up here and that it has different settings. This is where you can have your own chart setups. This is normal. This is where I would normally trade on, obviously normal. And then I set this up so that I have 4 different windows for trading that I could change and put whatever stock I want, and then I'd be able to purchase right here. Although you can do whatever you want. You can add a new board, you can save it, you can do widget settings and so on. So this is great. If you need more information on this, there always is information on this. It's very easy to learn. Just send me a message and we can go over it and how to prepare it. But you can always send a message to Webull, because I don't think Webull has a direct access number, but they have alerts up here. They have promotion center. So if you ever wanted to gain some access onto getting free stocks, you can always send the link to some of your friends and see who signs on. I got a good 10 to 15 stocks. You're going to see in a moment when we go to the next software. But this is pretty much it. And wait a minute. You can also do paper trading. Now, the paper trading here allows you to change the amount to whatever you want it to be. Now you can see I'm up 16%. That's because I invested in specific stocks. And I believe I was up 300,000 once. And then I just stopped because it's I know how to utilize this. I know the basics of trading. I know a little bit more than beyond the basics, and I believe that you need to learn on your own and to see what you're capable of doing. So U.S. stocks paper trading. So this gives you an idea of the markets and so on. Paper account, and then you can see your own account in here. Now your account would pop up in here. I don't have an account on my IRA, so it's not going to pop up. And then the feedback, how do I make my account margin? Is your account already is a margin account. Happy trading. So you can always ask a question and they'll get back to you on how to do something. It took a few hours, right, to get this back. Actually, it took 2 months. Geez, that's way too long to wait for that answer. But here's other setups if you want to change the settings and so on. You want to change the colors, the background, if you want to make it white. I don't like white. You see that stands out on your eyes way too much. And then the symbol, you can play around with this. So this is Webull. So let's look at another software that I also use, and this other software, how it compares to what we're using right now. So this is Robinhood. I don't know if you have it. Most people have downloaded it, but have not utilized it the way it's supposed to be used. I'm going to attempt to give you as much information as I can on this one. Now, we've looked at Thinkorswim, we've looked at Webull, and now Robinhood. Robinhood is the simplest of all of them. It is the most basic. It's not going to give you a lot of detail. As you can see right now, look at this chart. I mean, it's okay, but it's not what I'm looking for. It doesn't help me, this chart. I can't really check to see what I need to check. So I've expanded it to see if I can, let me see, you provided, let's see. I have understand. So now let's see if I can change this chart to become candlesticks. Yes, I can. There it is. So this has been upgraded. I haven't I haven't used this as much as people might think. So now I can see much more from this stock. Look at that. Macy's has been on a downtrend from when it reached what, $20 a share or so. Let's see. So when it was up here, It was $20 a share, $21 a share, and then it dropped to 16. So it dropped $5. That's 20, 30, close to 25%. So it is a good dip buy, but I prefer to wait until it gets down to here, to this level, to this level. Will it go there? I don't know. I believe it will because it broke this support level here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens because I see there's a little dip in here and it went up, but it looking to go back down. And let's see what happens if it's going to go below the $16 range or not. So this is cool. Now that you can do this, I don't recommend utilizing these on your phone. You can if you need to make a quick purchase and you know exactly what you're doing. As you can see here, I can't really change these charts, but I can look at my portfolio in here. You'll see I have a lot of free. So these are all free stocks that I have. And then I've purchased NEO, which I'm down almost 9%. However, I know NEO is going to come back up. I'm not worried. I know that I'm going to be making a pretty good amount of money. It's not a lot of shares, so just be aware. I'm watching for Macy's. If it opens up, I will purchase. As I said, I'm waiting for it to go to the $14.90 range. We'll see what happens. Doge, I have 47,000 crypto coins and I'm down what? Oh, I'm up 2%. So great. That's what it says there. It shows you other crypto. You can set up a watch list. See, it says here, add, or you can see your own watch list. And then it shows you how much cash you have if it ever opens. Let's see. No. This is what happens when you're on Wi-Fi and your Wi-Fi just slows down. So this will show you messages and your cash availability and then your account information and so on. I haven't concentrated on using the software because once you grow out of it, then you need to expand your horizon to have more technical analysis based software, software that you'll be able to do much more than the simple softwares. Although Robinhood has upgraded immensely since I started, and I've seen some of the options that I did not know were available beforehand. So um, so let me see what else. There's more information to this software, so don't think that we are done yet. I'm going to give you the look at one of these. So let's just look at JetBlue since we've seen everything else. JBLU. So once you pick up a stock, this is what happens. It'll open up like this and show that you can expand and then turn the candlesticks on just to see the chart much better. There you go. And if you want to see the yearly view, where you can see, it's an uptrend, immense uptrend until the last few days, which overall stock market is a little bit down. And then 5-year range, you can see where it's been and it caught up to that. And the weekly range, the last week, that's what's happened in the last week. That's what's happened in the last month. And that's what's happening today. Now, if I wanted to add data, moving average, exponential, very easy to use, just similar to Webull in that. So maybe they've caught up to Webull, and that makes it easier for everyone to be able to follow them, to be able to invest in this software as well, much easier. If you need to put money into the account, you can do that as well. Let me just go back. You can go in here, and it gives you account. So you just go into account and then banking is where you go. If you want to have recurring money coming in, your history of what you've done, documents like statements and forms to claim taxes and so on. So that's what now under JetBlue, you can see above JetBlue, 100 most popular stocks in industrials, New York. Then so it tells you a little bit about the company, the CEO, Robin Hayes. Robin Hayes has done a pretty good job. As JetBlue gets ready to go to Europe, we're still expecting that to come out, that news, which hasn't come out officially yet. JetBlue prices convertible debt offering with an initial conversion rate that implies a 35% premium. So whatever happened, this stock fell because of that information. Most probably. This was on March 18th, so it's not recent. 35% rating of 17, 35% of 17 ratings say buy this stock. 18% say sell. Bulls say JetBlue's management team has had much success running low cost, and I believe it. I believe that Robin Hayes has had very successful information for running, but this was published on August 16, 2019. So it's been a while. It's been a while. That's outdated information. It's not going to help you for the short term. It's only in the past, as you can see what happened back then. You can see that in 2019, where the stock was, the earnings, 60 cents. Now it's down and it's working its way up incrementally. So we're hoping that this next quarter, it will rise up a little bit more. So this is my history of purchases. People also own these other stocks. So that's also good to review. Don't know if we're going to get much more financials. Let me see, show more. See if it shows when the earnings date will be reported. So it shows the volume, the average volume, open price, dividend, low today, high today, and news. News is very important. So these are the March 23rd news and then March 18th. So there's a debt offering that just happened yesterday from when this information was published. And you've got to be aware of that as you're getting ready to invest, what the odds are and what people are saying. 47% of analysts rate JetBlue Airways as a hold. So the 100 most popular stocks. Let's see what comes up here and how you can invest at your leisure. I recommend that when you're looking for stocks, don't search for the ones that are at the top when you see it on a graph. Search for ones that are down. There are many stocks that are down right now as we're making this video, and you just pick and choose. You don't have to pick hundreds of them, but these are the 100 most popular stocks. Some of them are in my list. Wow, look at that. The top 3, top 4 are in my list. And then after that, you can see some other ones. I have Plug as well. So just be aware that this will give you investment opportunities to take advantage of. You're not completely on your own, but you do have to learn how to use these softwares to your advantage. So now that you've seen Webull and that you've compared it with Robinhood and Thinkorswim, now you have to decide which one's right for you, which one are you going to invest time in, which one will get you on building a foundation to investing, and then make this a business, a daily investment in your future and your family's future. Right. So now that we've looked at these 3 softwares, this is what I want to let you know. We've looked at how to formulate a watch list, how to search for stocks. Robinhood doesn't have a way to search for stocks except for the ones that I just showed you. I did not show you how to purchase. So let me just go back quickly so that we can show you how to purchase, which is very important, right? So we put up here, let's say down here that you want to purchase Ford. Wait for it to open. If not, we'll just go back up here. Let's see. Okay, so if you want to buy, it should come up right here, right here. So you just put $1 or 12.41 amount. So just one share, estimate quantity, buy. So review order, that dollar. See what else. So you could do a limit order, as I like to do, because limit will fill in at your rate and not at the rate that is out there being thrown at you, which you saw I got a horrible fill because I filled at the market order. Good for the day. Good. It should also give me good until canceled. Let me just see. Good for day. If your order doesn't execute, it'll expire at market close. All this order or allow this order to execute during extended hours. So there we go. And that can allow me to, I just have to review the order, review, and then buy. So that's it. That's all you do. If you want to edit it, you made an error, you go back and so on. If you want to sell, You just go in here and sell, and you can also put a limit price that you want to sell. You can sell at the market, stop loss order, stop limit, trail stop order. So there's many options in here as well. The only difference is the watch list is a little bit more limited. You just go into 100 most popular, automotive. So this keeps changing. Ford is automotive and Michigan. The 100 most popular is pretty much the only watch list that it gives you in Robinhood. As you get used to utilizing the software, you'll be able to figure out for yourself what it is that you're looking for, how to set up the chart, and especially in Robinhood, it's very easy. It's not rocket science. The news is limited in Robinhood, but it's not as great. The fundamentals are limited. However, it gives you analyst opinions, which is very good. To buy and sell are basically very um, easy to do and follow. And I suggest that you attempt to do paper trading at least 5 or 10 times so that you get used to it before you go into doing actual trading. So this is it. Stock market tips, secrets to success by David Diaz. You have now learned 3 different softwares that can assist you and guide you in making and building a wealth of opportunity for you and your family. Have a good one.